Finally, oh my gosh, we finally got a green day. We're up 2% on the day, up in after hours as well. High growth, outperforming microvision and nanovision. It's a beautiful day, and it's funny because this is the first day in a while that we didn't get good news. It's like, why do we only go up? Why do we always go down when there's good news, and then when we go up, it's just completely unpredictable? But hey, I'm not complaining. You can't complain when you're in the green. But I want to go over the short interest today. Very small changes there. Their new tweet. Institutional ownership, what we're looking at, if it's bullish because of the quantity that we're looking at now compared to a month ago. The short interest official data that came out a couple of days ago, Q2 earnings, a very underrated, and I think this is perhaps the most neglected and misunderstood piece of news that we've gotten in a while, and I would definitely say this is the most slept on piece of news that we definitely got, which would be the Wickham's Sapphire adoption strategic partnership. Keyword partnership with Bionano, not sale and contract signing. So I want to go over some stuff with that. And also the price action. We're going to do a full technical analysis today because there's not any official PR really going on or super juicy news today. So we'll start out with the short interest, right? So you're barely up on the day. You're still looking at 21%, but let's actually jump over here real quick. You're looking at 52 million shares sold short as of the last official NASDAQ date. Now, remember, Ortex, we don't know if this data is for sure. This is the estimated data based on 85% of exchanges from Ortex. They're saying it's about 60 million right now. A couple days ago, we got confirmation from the official NASDAQ data. Publication on the 12th. Today's the 15th. 52 million shares. You're looking at about 28% of the flow if your flow is 180 million. Which we know it's actually 270 or 260, something like that. So it's actually a little bit lower than that. It's more like 20% of the flow has been sold short, but that's still huge. I mean, it's astronomical. Okay, if we just look at the percent change here, 36% increase from the last short interest update here. So it's absolutely humongous and not negligible at any point. Am I saying it's going to be a short squeeze? Not necessarily. I'm just saying a lot of the reason why we've gone down is certainly because of this. And if we were to get a huge catalyst sending us way higher, like Q2 earnings that's coming up, maybe a short squeeze is something that comes into play. That's or not even a huge event. Just if we start going up substantially 20%. I mean, hopefully, probably a little bit more than that, but something like that. Then the short squeeze comes into consideration, in my opinion. Now, institutional ownership. Actually, let's go to the tweet first. So this is 6 hours ago, and I just wanted to highlight. And this is old, of course. If you click on the link, it's old. It's according to their website. It's been there for a long time, but no other technology has been capable of scanning and measuring these large repeat expansions. And I just wanted to highlight that they're willing to say that no other technology can do several things that they can do, right? For example, no technology is more accurate in the overall variant class detection as far as structural variants. It's not this in the greater than 500 base pair detection at what we do. There's nothing else that does it. So I just wanted to reiterate that today. And I also love that their marketing team is continuing to do this. We are going to get, this is going to pay off in the stop price. One day, it will. I think it will at least. Institutional ownership, you're looking at 17%, essentially. So 47 million shares. We continue to get some new filings coming in, mostly good, mostly buying. Some of them are a little bit confusing, and Fintel is still having some problems. But by and large, institutional ownership, I mean, it's just a fact. We've gone up. We've doubled it and then trebled it and then quadrupled it, right? We were down like at 4% at one time. I remember not too long ago, and now we're almost at 20% institutional ownership. Is this a huge... Good, these filings are delayed. Is it huge for the stock? No, but a lot of people like the institutional ownership being high. It makes them feel safer, so I thought I would point it out. Am I freaking out about this? Not really, to be honest with you. I don't really like institutional ownership as a very good metric to gauge whether it's good or not. I don't. It's one of my last indicators, but still, it's something to know if you're one of those people, right? So you want to know as much information as possible, right? So Q2 earnings, we're coming up. It's mid-August. We don't have the confirmed date yet from the company, but we're going to get it most likely pretty soon here. So, but I just wanted to say 13 Sapphire adoptions is what we know of, and 5 of them are confirmed 100% essentially that happened during Q2. This is the reason why I think that short squeeze potential is going to be there if we get like the bull case, even the base case, my base case, right? Not everybody's base case, these are my projections, or the this option right here. We could definitely see some short squeezing going on, absolutely. I completely believe that. Am I shilling? Am I turning BNGO into Wall Street Bets meme stock? Okay, if that's what you think, because I said there's a high short interest, and if we get a catalyst and start going up, there could be some shorts covering. If that's what you think based on all that information, just it's probably not the place for you if you can't handle that. But it's okay. Make your own opinions. I'm not here to tell you what you think. So Wickham's Sapphire adoption. I think this is one of the biggest pieces of news that we've got that no one cares about. Okay, so look at this. Wickham's Bio has entered into a strategic partnership with Bionano. That's not a sale. We're talking about partnership, a deal to get several sapphires. Strategic partnership. That's not one sale. That sounds to me like several sales at this time, X amount, whatever. Okay, several sales going on with Wickham's Bio. Now, I love this because if you watched the video a while ago, and I don't have the thing pulled up now, but Wickham's, you just have to take my word on it if you don't remember. You can go look it up yourself. It's very easy to find. Wickham's works with and collaborates with over 200 hospitals worldwide. Also, if you go down here, this is the huge news and no one cares, no one gives a shit about this. But if we read right here, Wickham's actively cooperates with academic institutions such as these guys, yada yada these, okay, boom, boom, National Health Commission's key laboratory, all right, yada yada, on the subject of structural variation detection, inviting and organizing lectures and conferences by many well-known experts, yada yada, to help clinicians update their knowledge and technology. If you don't figure out what I'm trying to tell you is that these guys are going to be presenting to their peers and to whatnot. Okay, the Genetic Society of Genetic Diagnostics branch. Okay, I don't know why they have the genetic there twice. Probably translation. This page was translated, but you get what I mean. Shanghai Genetic Society. All of these people are going to be hearing why these guys switched to Sapphire. Because, and they say it right here, quote, they want to help clinicians update their knowledge and technology. And guess what they just did with this article? Updated their technology with adopting the Sapphire. Simple as it gets. So you love to see that. I think they're going to be acting as unofficial salesmen for us at all these events. The China adoption is going to be, I think it's going to be remarkable. Going over some indicators today, not a complete full technical analysis, but like kind of, right? We're going to do a little bit more than we usually do. So the stochastic indicator on the daily, yes, the last time we used it was kind of a false signal, but the data remains the same and the history remains the same. Every single time, boom, 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 right? If I draw it up for you so you can actually see it, it's pretty simple. Right when we were here, okay, we had a 100% run. When we were here, 30% run. When we were here, that's about a 100% run from lows, right? At least 50% if you're catching it like in here somewhere. Okay, so the fact is 3 out of 3 times right there, you're going up after you are oversold on the stochastic indicator. Now we're approaching that right now, and I think there is a little bit of a clear pattern here with the stock, and it likes to just we were making, it was very clear we were making lower lows and lower highs throughout this downtrend here, right? Here's your high. Here's your next high, here's your next high. Every single one of those is lower. And until we really bottomed out here at 430, it was a clear downtrend. And now, what do we have? We have a higher high. And that is significantly higher than this. And also, what do we have? We have a higher low. So if we're going to be, if this is going to be the bottom and we're going to start pushing past 6, start getting in the 650s, 7s, maybe 8s, you can see this. I mean, we already knew this. Essentially, we're breaking the downtrend. This entire crap that we can hopefully all forget. Well, buying the dips we won't forget, but the downtrend, the carnage every day, and the decimation we'll forget that, or at least not miss it at all. But we'll start forming something like higher highs. Okay, now we made a higher high right here. We would need to make another high that breaks that to continue the uptrend, and that's what we're hoping for. We're hoping for something like this, and hoping to hold this ascending level. That's what you want to see. And I think that's very likely, but at the end of the day, I gotta be honest with you, high growth movement and quarter 2 earnings are gonna have more impact on the stock price than any sort of lines that we can draw up and find out right now, in my opinion, right? But also another really important thing, I said it yesterday. I know I've been wrong plenty. Okay, I'm not bragging in any way. I've been wrong 1,000 times throughout the downtrend, but the fact is we are bouncing off the 200-day exponential moving average right now. As long as we hold above, what is it, 568? We're bouncing off of that. And last time we hit this, we went up 100% less than a month. So are we about to do that again? I'm not sure. But what I do know is that the 200-day SMA is getting closer as well. If we come down there to 560, 550 again, if we get carnage, that's a load-up zone. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be able to stop myself personally. I don't know what you guys are going to be able to, what you guys are doing. But if earnings is good, I think if earnings are good this quarter, like over 3.5 million, I don't think you'll ever see these prices again. I really think that is something that I really am confident in what and what I say there, which is, I'll say it again to be clear. Listen up, take a note. The bears take a note of this. If Q2 earnings is pretty good, like not even a huge beat, just a couple 100K beat, I don't think you're going to see these prices ever again being under 6, probably. I mean, even under 7, to be honest with you, right? Based on historical price increases, if the earnings is like 100,000, 300,000 beat in revenue, we always go up on earnings, or at least the last two. The last two is now only 2 data points, but it's very clear. Every time you get an earnings beat that is a revenue beat that's a couple 100,000, you go up 20% or more the next day, or at least 10% after hours, right? So there you go. And I think we're likely to get that again. We'll just have to see. But with that being said, here are some other indicators. We're in downtrend territory in the 4-hourly and the daily, right? So you're still on the 2-hourly and hourly. It's not looking so bad, right? You're getting some buy signals coming in on the hourly at least, and on the let's see the 30-minute you have. Okay, no, you don't actually on the 30-minute. That's not as good as I thought it was going to be. But essentially, what I would say is that today we did break out of luckily we did break out of this descending, very scary, very steep level of descending resistance, right? 1, 2, 3 touch points. We broke out, we came back down and overcorrected a little bit in the downwards direction, and then we bounced back. And we closed the day very strongly. We closed the day above the day's open, still below yesterday's open, and the weekly candle is not looking good. We need to close the week above 670 to get a weekly candle that's green, and that's obviously, not what you want at all. We want to get some green weekly candles so we can actually see that buyers and bulls are starting to take some control. But anyways, with that being said, I'll just leave you with that for this technical analysis. Here's the portfolio. And oh yeah, before we go to the portfolio, actually, my, what do you call it? If you just click on any video of mine, right, like the video that you're watching right now, if you go to the description of that, this is about merch. Feel free to click off. Feel free to click off. It's merch. I'm not selling out, okay? You don't have to do this. This is just something that I did because this shirt is freaking awesome. Come on. This shirt is awesome. Let me reverse this so you can actually read it a little bit better. There we go. Okay, this is the shirt. This is the shirt that I'm talking about here. It's freaking sick, and all of these products are on here. I have all of them here. I have one right here. But this was the one that I'm kind of like telling everybody about because I think it's the coolest. This is the one, Fellowship Sapphire hoodie, and it's got all your colors, it's got all your sizes, the product details. Okay, there's your materials, right? If you're allergic to something, if you want to know the details, polyester and cotton blend. And with that being said, thank y'all so much. It's not financial advice. I'll see y'all in the next one.